Hi, it's Kevin Bates here, and today I want to talk a little bit about standards in computing. You see, we have standards imposed on us by the universe. The universe says that you can't travel faster than the speed of light. That's a standard and we can't do anything about it. We can't avoid it. It's just the way the universe is. Similarly, gravity attracts things towards other things. That can't be altered. It's a law of nature. However, when it comes to the computing world, the standards that we have are ones that we make up ourselves and then expect others to comply with. And we see that in ordinary life. There's nothing that says that you should drive on the right in Finland other than a law. There's nothing in the land of Finland that makes driving on the left or driving on the right more meaningful. We just have to pick one and stick with it. And we stick with it because it helps us avoid traffic accidents. But in the UK, people drive on the left. They've picked a different standard and it's just as good, but it is a bit inconvenient because it means that if you're manufacturing cars, you have to retool in order to produce cars for the UK instead of Finland. Now, in the blockchain world, in the world of smart contracts, there are heaps of standards, and that's really, really good because it means that if somebody wants to create a new token, they do it according to a standard. Let's say it's a fungible token, so they do it according to the ERC721 standard, and everybody else knows that their token will have some functions that allow you to query balances and to transfer them and things like that, and it'll all just work. The problem is that a standard is made at a period of point in time where it's thought that it will satisfy the needs of programmers and people using the token, and then as we do more research and we learn more and we gain more market awareness, it becomes obvious that maybe the standard should have some extra bits, and then we extend it. But the problem comes when we find out that what we have has locked us into a path that we really don't want to be on. And then there's a second problem with standards, is that infrastructure builds up around them and that locks them in place as well. So I was having a discussion in a comment section of somebody else's post where we were talking about the ERC1155 standard versus the ERC721 and ERC20 standards. Now, I've probably lost half the audience by mentioning so many numbers, but there's an early fungible token standard, ERC20, there's an early non-fungible token standard, ERC721, and then there's a new whizzy improved shining nice standard called ERC1155 that encapsulates both of them, and that's really handy, except that the NFT marketplaces, for example, don't display images that could be retrieved through an ERC1155 token. So although it's a better standard, it's not been adopted. It's like the Betamax of the video recorder world. The VHS token, i.e. the ERC721 token, is still winning out. And as time goes on, it just gets locked more and more in place. And if you're going to make non-fungible tokens, even though an ERC1155 would probably be better because you could also make fungible tokens, and that would be an added extra, the fact is that they won't display on OpenSea or Rarible or something like that. So you end up going with the ERC721 anyway, even though it's older and not as good, because it's what people expect. And if you want people to interact with your stuff, you're going to need to use it. So that's the problem with human implemented standards. They lock us into a particular path, one that is very hard to get off unless the advantages of a new standard are patently obvious and extremely lucrative and beneficial, which is often not the case. So that's today's video on standards. Hope you found it interesting, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Bye for now.